With this, the final piece in this series, I dedicate this series to the loving memory of my brother. He was in large part the reason I made this series, as he wanted to see my work. We had lived largely separate lives, but we reconnected about 3 years ago, and this was one of the ways in which we communicated with each other. In fact, the last message I had from him was commenting on this series. That was after part 8, and that was the last part he saw. He died unexpectedly and instantly from an aneurysm. He lived a good life, beloved by many, and I dedicate this series of videos to his memory. Now this is a piece, an older piece of frond, and as they dry out they get very hard. They become a very solid piece of wood, in fact, but they also have extremely sharp edges. So I'm going to have to take those down a bit, and then I'm going to cut them and use them as door handles. So first I'm going to drill my holes in here so I can mark things and get these boards off the bench so I can work on this. That not looking very coordinated here. So there are my 2 door handles. Let's see if this works. Nice. Good, that won't cut anyone. Good. Maybe I'll take these points off a little bit. That's pretty nice. So there's your finished door handle. Grab that, pull that. This one's got a nick out of it, so I've got to take a little more out. This was one of my first tools I ever bought. That in a set of Craftsman screwdrivers. Ooh, let's go in that way. Huh. Should I go like this or like this? I was planning on going like this. It just dawned on me I can go like this. Or even like this. That would actually be best, because then I'm opening this door that way, so I get a nice grab behind this and pull it that way. I think I'll stick with standard. I put new hinges on it. But I forget where I put the hinges. So I'm going to take a break and look for the hinges. Oh, there they are. Oh, there's my new hinges. I'm going to take a break anyway. Hey! Yeah, we'll go at 10. self-closing. Whew, man, these need an even smaller drill bit. There we go. Boom. This was another old tool I bought the same time I bought that little plane. And with this, that little plane and a coping saw, I did a lot of work. I actually built my first piece of furniture with just those tools. Now it's interesting, these are actual wood bits. I don't know if you can see it, but they're fluted on both sides. So they cut very differently than a metal drill bit. What the hell did they put a round one there for? Oh, we got tops and bottoms. Round head and flat head. They're not even round heads, they're oval heads. Ovals. Open. Okay, good. First hole needs to be, ooh, 9 3/4. Isn't that nice? You're off by a micro inch. Ooh, baby. Good. Mounting and fitting the doors just right turned into quite an undertaking, taking up about an hour, and I won't bother you with all that here. We'll just jump to the installation of the door handles. All right. Beautiful. Whew. Whew. At last I can close the door on this project. Whew. Almost. Crooked boards. That is my cabinet for outdoor tools. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the cabinet. Far from perfect, but at least it's got pretty doors now. For those of you who came along for the ride, what a long, strange trip it's been. I hope you enjoyed it, maybe learned a few things, or at least were entertained for a moment or two. Thanks for coming along.